How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to talk to you today about a brand new crypto project that's coming out shortly called the Motion Token. Again, that project and token is called the Motion Token. And this is going to be yet another token that's going to be exclusively launched on the SaitaPro app. So this is yet another utility that's going to be coming out for the Saitama community. So let's get into this, guys. So we go over to the Motion Token's website, which is themotion.app. Again, that's themotion.app. And there you will be able to access the Motion Token's official website. Now, if we look at their website, we can see that it speaks everything exercising, everything living fit, everything living happy. And we can see that they're actually going to have many things that are interesting that they're going to be developing that are going to serve as utilities for this particular project. As we continue to move along looking at their website, we can see that they're actually going to have their own motion application. And this is not only going to be an application for your mobile devices, Apple, and also your Android devices. They are also going to be developing wearables. So think about it this way, Fitbits. That's something that back in the day that people used to wear to track their exercising. You know, if you have a phone, more than likely you have some type of application that is in that phone that tracks your heart rate, tracks your steps, tracks your pulse, all of those things. You know, you can buy an Apple Watch that does the same thing. Well, guess what? This website or this token aims to be the trendsetter in the crypto market for that reason. So here's the thing. The Motion Token aims to be the choice for healthcare enthusiasts to earn crypto for meeting their health goals and for exercising. So really, in a nutshell, that's what their market strategy is. So as we continue to go down, one of the things I wanted to point out on their website, as we can see here, it says Motion Token, and the MOTN is their trading symbol. Okay, it's MOTN, and it says an ERC20 token that you can buy and trade on SaitaPro. Folks, that is publicity for Saitama, because again, with this project launching exclusively on the SaitaPro app, that means anyone that is interested in purchasing this crypto will have to use SaitaPro. And you know what? By them using the SaitaPro app, that is in a sense going to help the Saitama community in general and the Saitama project gain more awareness around the crypto globe, or the globe of all of the investors in cryptocurrency related to Saitama. Now, one of the other things I wanted to point out is this. Remember in the AMA that was held a few days ago, I made a video recap of that discussion, and one of the things that came out was related to something called Hyperburn. And I educated you on that video telling you Hyperburn is essentially burning the token in an accelerated fashion. So here's an example. When you burn a token, that takes place when, and we're going to use Saitama as an example, when you buy Saitama, a portion of that, which is called transaction token or taxes or whatever you want to call them, those are sent to the dead wallet. The dead wallet is essentially a address, a wallet on the blockchain that cannot be accessed by anybody. That's why it's called dead. Once tokens are sent to the dead wallet, they are taken out and removed from circulation, the circulating supply, all the way, which means that essentially they're never coming back. They have been removed permanently from the circulating supply. So in a nutshell, when that happens, that essentially helps to increase the price of said token, which in this case is Saitama. So stick with me. I'm going somewhere with this. So as I just mentioned to you, the Motion Token is actually going to be participating with the Hyperburn event. And again, as I mentioned to you before in another video, the Hyperburn event is not a one-time thing. It is actually going to be occurring at minimum 6 months up to a year. Let that sink in. 6 months to a year, we're not only going to be burning tokens, which means we're going to be decreasing the circulating supply of Saitama, which is already a deflationary token by its very nature. We're actually going to be accelerating that deflationary aspect of this token, which means that now we're going to be creating what I like to call a floor. We're going to be creating a floor where there's going to be so much pressure, upward pressure, to move that price upward that it doesn't matter how many sales that we're going to be seeing in the project. You know why? Because we're going to be having bomb after bomb, which we're seeing now, and this Motion Token will serve as another catalyst for the Saitama Saitama token to continue that upward movement in pricing. Okay, so back to this Hyperburn. The Motion token has agreed, and this was said by the developers. I believe it was MK in that AMA, and confirmed that the Motion token has agreed to participate in this Hyperburn event for 1 year. So not only are we going to be burning, not only are we going to be hyper burning Saitama, we're going to be hyper burning Saitama for 1 year. And that's just this project. We have other projects that are going to be launched exclusively on the SaitaPro app, and we're going to make videos to cover those as well. But for the purposes of this discussion in this video, we're focusing on the Motion token. So here's the thing. So if we continue to move along, again, we see that, hey, SaitaPro is displayed prominently on their website. So this is going to drive new investors to not only invest in the Motion token, but also to Saitama, because they have to go through SaitaPro to purchase the Motion token. Now, something else that I wanted to point out that is extremely cool when it comes to the Motion token is something called a D-Well platform. Now, you may ask, what do I mean by D-Well platform? Think of it this way. If you've been around crypto a lot, you've probably heard of something called dApps. That's capital DAPPS. That essentially means decentralized applications. Apps for short. D means decentralized applications. And it's exactly what it says. It's decentralized applications, essentially applications developed to run on a decentralized platform. So you needed to understand what a dApp is so that you can tie the knot and understand what this D-Well platform is that I'm talking about, that's being developed over here by the Motion token. This D-Well platform, as it says here, will essentially be a platform that will enable users to control their health data while empowering developers to create wellness D-Apps, decentralized applications. And so then if we continue to scroll on, it goes on to show us the Docs team. Again, Saitama was the trendsetter, all right, for Docs devs. And so you can see this token is staying true to that commitment that the Saitama team has set forth. And so you can see that they have a few partnerships listed there. So as I mentioned to you before, this is going to be a token exclusively launched on the SaitaPro app. The launch date is to be determined. However, from my sources, I can tell you that it's coming real soon, sooner than you may think. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you too is about a tweet that came out from the Motion token. And this was an official tweet that came out on yesterday from the official Motion token Twitter. And it says, "The wait is over. Motion first AMA, which is Ask Me Anything, will commence on Twitter this Saturday." So the purpose of me bringing this up is because, hey, you need to know, if you're going to invest in this token, you need to know everything there is to know. Go to their website, go over here to themotion.app, read their white paper, read about the token so that you can be familiar with what you are investing in before you spend your hard-earned money. You know, one of the problems we have in this site, not the Saitama space, but just in crypto in general, is you get a lot of people that are new to investing in crypto. They invest in projects just because someone told them, hey, I've heard of Saitama, I heard of the Motion, I heard of Shiba Inu, I've heard of Dogecoin, I heard of Bitcoin. You know, you should invest in it. And so what happens is the person goes and invests in the token, and then when the price goes and they are in the negative in their wallet, or again, that's not realized losses, but on paper losses, but in their minds, they've lost because they see their portfolios in the negative. When they are in the negative, then the first thing they do is sell out of their position, which essentially locks in their loss. We're trying to educate you so that you can prevent from doing that. Don't be those people. Don't be one of those investors. Now, going back to this AMA, this AMA will essentially be able to answer most of the frequently asked questions that you, the investor into this project, would probably want to ask. So it is up to you, I would think it would behoove you to go to this AMA. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring anyone you know that may be interested in investing into this particular project to this AMA, which is going to be a Twitter space. Now, about the time that the AMA is going to be held. The AMA is scheduled to be held 7 p.m. UK time. Now, what does that mean for you? 7 p.m. UK time. So the UK is about 5 hours ahead of East Coast. Atlanta, New York, those major cities, Miami on the East Coast. So with that being said, that 7 p.m. start time is UK time, would translate to around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for you folks that are not on the East Coast, if you're in another country or you're on another coast, the West Coast in the US or another time zone, you can do the math and figure what it is yourself. Figure out what the time zone is for yourself to attend. But be sure to attend this AMA. Again, the Motion Token will be holding their first inaugural AMA to talk about their project, their go-to-market strategy, how they're going to impact Saitama, and best of all, what value they're going to bring to the market in crypto. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the crypto stream. Remember to like, comment below, and subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss any content that we come to you with. And we'll continue to bring you breaking news not only on Saitama, not only on the Motion Token, but future projects as well. We'll talk to you guys real soon.